Oh, 56 hard in the wall. Looks like we're gonna stay green. Oh,
they got a spin.
95 around, 33 hard into the inside wall.
Oh, they're wrecking up front. 93, Ricky Johnson around, collects a 30, the 59, the 30, I already said the 30. Oh,
They're still wrecking.
Oh my god, the 22 of Jason San Diego, damn it. Oh my word.
Turn 3 and 4.
Side, they fly through turn 3 and 4.
It's 66 now. Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh, Joe, who's
3.
here?
I don't know. They're 3 wide through the tri-oval. Give it to Feld there at the yellow flag. For the lead, the 77 goes to the inside. Doesn't have the run there. Goes back outside. He's going to try to have the momentum through turns 3 and 4. Peaks to the inside. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaways. Calavol's around.
It's going to be at the line. It's so close. Merschlack wins it.
Don't think. Oh, he got really close. He's going to look to the inside. Oh, they make contact. Oh my God. Joseph Weaver. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's presentation of the HOBO Racing League Aero 88 series from the Dover International Speedway. As always, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork, flying solo once again tonight here with the HOBO Racing League on a beautiful Tuesday night for racing action. Drivers currently on track for qualifying. We will get you those results momentarily. You'll also see them at the top of your screen scrolling right now. As that session goes on. Again, as always, I'm your host, Joe Twansky, here for the JoeTowNetwork, JTN. Got some retro racing tonight. Happy holidays and a Merry Christmas to all you folks out there. Wishing a wonderful season to your family and yourself. Hoping that everything is on the up as we get ready to head into the new year here and get done with this disastrous 2020. Folks, Dover's a tough track. It's a tricky track. It's the beast, right? It's the monster mile. And hopefully tonight Miles the Monster doesn't provide too much trouble for these HOBO racing drivers, but as we've seen in the past at Dover, here with the Truck Series a couple months ago, it can provide a lot of challenges for these drivers, wherein these cars are the same physics, they're CTS physics, like they would be in the Truck Series, so that will be something to watch tonight as well. That was a relatively clean race in the grand scheme of things. We will just have to wait and qualifying has concluded, so I'll real quick grab a looky-loo at the starting lineup and we'll run you through it. Happy hour's on. We're going to focus first on our pole sitter tonight, Maverick, in the number 23 John Deere machine. Starting 2 is outside in position numero 2. It's the 28 of Keith McLean. Herman Reese, winner from Sunday night, and his number 73 Cadillac. He's going to roll off third. Fourth, it's going to be that 41 of Josh Boyer, the golf man, looking to nail a hole-in-one tonight and snag a victory. Rod Weston's going to roll off P5 in the number 19 car. Steve Grant, TeamSpeedland.com. Number 11 is going to roll off in 6th. 7th is going to be Troy Donahue in the Little Caesars Pizza Machine. 8th, it's going to be the 33 of Mark DeSenza. Always a guy that will challenge for a race victory. In 9th, it's going to be Rich Napick in the number 6 machine. I believe Harley Davidson on the hood of that one. And then rounding out your top 10, you know him from Monday nights. You know him from these Tuesday night races. Roger Nebelsack in the 51 car. Rolling off P11, my fellow Michigander, Jeff Stekenis, in the number 31 NVIDIA machine. 12th, it's going to be the 25, Ron Simpson. In 13th, the Gas Monkey Garage Crew and Ricky Bumbleow will roll off that 85 car in 13th. 14th, it's going to be Jeff Fugate in the number 9. I believe it's the Sun-Kissed entry, but they have Sun Drop on that as well. Steve Rubino in the Pennzoil number 21. He's going to roll off in 15th, fan favorite. In 16th, it's going to be... 16th will be Gary Moran in number 40, Bud Light Platinum, number 40, or Bud Light. One of the two. He's got 2 cars on the entry list. Another fan favorite, Dan Rubino. Bino's going to roll off 17th in the number 44. Ryan Johnson going to roll off P18 in the number 78 machine. 19th is going to be MT Johnson in the 06. And then, Ricky's favorite, he's not here tonight, but Ricky's favorite, Jason San Diego, is going to roll off in the 20th position in the number 22 car. Daniel Dupuis rolls off 21st in his number 24. Andre Mangian in the 54 machine is going to roll off 22nd. In 23rd, it's going to be Stefan Martel. And then rounding out your field tonight, it's going to be the 57 of Rod Keller. There you see him on your screen. So on the entry list, it looks like 24 drivers tonight that took time in qualifying. A couple guys didn't show up on my entry list. Probably they got on the server a little late, but we will definitely see that. 120 laps tonight. So the race is 20 laps shorter than what we were originally thought it would be. Going to give these drivers, though, a little less time to try to make some moves. We see a little bit of side-by-side action here down the front straightaway. Ricky Bumbleow trying to figure out how to make some passes here. So he's going to back off and let Maverick start to scoot on away in that John Deere machine. Here's Herman Reese. I always tell these boys before the race, oh, we'll talk to the top 3. And Herman always says, all right, Joe, I'll see you later. So a lot of confidence behind the wheel of that number 73 Cadillac. See the 31 is Stekenis there on the apron. He's going to come out and do some warm-up laps, get everything situated and ready and squared away. There's Josh Boyer. Again, he's going to roll off on the outside of row 1, the Dad's Root Beer machine. Loops it there trying to come to pit road. This is a very tricky pit road. If we do get those green flag stops, he's going to roll off P3. My apologies. Because this guy, Keith McLean, looks like he's rolling off P2 in the Grey Ghost. There's Rod Weston in the 19 Country Time Machine. That car looks beautiful. I always like the bright colors. Probably because I'm a child, but you know. I like the bright colors. The Ann in the chat. Hello and welcome. Have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Hopefully the Rubino boys do a little better tonight. And they, or at least have a little better luck than they had on Sunday night. There's Steve Rubino in the 21 down there on pit road in the Pennzoil machine. These views from the top of the grandstands. They're fun. They're fun. I'd like to shout out a couple of our sponsors here at JTN. The first being AutoSim. So AutoSim has gone through a lot of development. Coming in the next week as we're getting ready to go to race, it appears AutoSim Omega, which is the newest, hippest, bestest version of the game. It's going to be hitting computers near you. It's a great game, great text-based simulated racing game. You can check out the link in the description below or go to autosim.weebly.com for more information about how to download AutoSim and get in on all the fun before it goes to paid here, as it's still in it's still going through the last couple development phases.
Drivers, start your engines!
Get the command to start those engines. Maverick's gonna lead them off here. Keith McLean to his outside again, going through the rest of your top 5. Herman Reese, Josh Boyer on row 2, and then that pink and yellow machine of Rod Weston. 120 laps, folks, from Dover. It'll be a fun race. It could be a long one, but it no doubt will provide the ultimate test of man and machine. These corners so steeply banked. I hope we don't see anyone doing some rollovers. We can only hope here up in the JTN booth. Field behind that Corvette pace car. Beautiful looking Corvette pace car, if I may add. Might add. Maverick gonna lead him to green here. Looking to turn around. Has had some weird races here as of late. Gonna look to try to get a victory here tonight at Dover. He's starting in the best position to do so, and he'll have the best stall. Down to the starter stand. Flag in hand. Green flag. We're racing from Dover. And already Keith McLean trying to jump to the bottom. He takes that second spot, but Herman Reese goes to the inside of Boyer. He's going to take third. See, and the one guy that made that outside line work, Steve Grant in the 11, he gets around the 19 of Weston for that 5th position. Oh, Reese a little bit on the apron there. That's going to allow Boyer to try to peek a nose to the inside. Can't do so going down to turn 1. And we are under our first yellow of the night. Looks like might be Steve Rubino involved. Let's see. Oh, yep, it looks like Steve's just gonna loop it there. Doesn't get hit by anybody, so it should be a... Oh, maybe not. That's a little bit... That's some hard contact with the front end of that car might provide a lot of damage to that machine, but luckily for him, no one else involved. Luckily for us, keep a lot of these guys in competition throughout the night. A good old self-spin to start the race here at Dover. And feel free to use that chat box. We love to hear from you here at JTN. Love to have some conversations with you about the racing action here. So, you know, early caution, right? This is something I like to talk about a lot. Early caution, you're all psyched out, hyped up, ready to get going in this race. The only taker on pit road is going to be Rubino. Watch him come down pit road, but you're pumped up. You're ready to race, right? You got all the adrenaline pumping, ready to go, and then you get a quick caution at the start. Kind of messes with that mojo you got going. What do? How do you get it back? Sometimes you can't get it back, right? Sometimes you got that confidence that you can't get back. Guy like Steve Rubino, he'll be able to get that confidence back. I think he's probably now realized the bounds of what his car can do. Because that was a tough way to enter the corners there with the way the banking is, but the big thing to watch is what guys can, get that energy going the quickest, right? Everyone's kind of on even playing field for that initial start. Now we get a quick restart. That kind of puts us in a position where we're going to be single file through turn 2. You're not going to be able to make a pass. Unless, something crazy happens. So you have to make sure... These car lights staying on. You have to make sure that you're... Trying to figure out a good way to say this. You have to make sure you're on your toes. You have to make sure you're ready to go. But if you don't have that energy level built back up, you might make a mistake because you're used to driving at that high energy level this early on in the race. You just haven't gotten that chance to settle in. So we'll see what happens here. California Poppy writes in, do you have an all-time favorite paint scheme? Of course, everyone else, feel free to chime in. Oh, that's a tough one. I've always been I've always really liked Keselowski's 2012, 2011 Miller Lite car. It's obviously got significance as a Brad Keselowski fan from Michigan. It's got some significance to me, but I've always liked that car. I've always liked the discount tire cars. I don't get why people talk so poorly of them. It's hard to say a favorite. I'm gonna probably give you a bunch. This era, it's hard to go against like Dale Earnhardt's 3 or even some of the STP cars. But yeah, I don't know. That's I got a lot. I got a lot of favorite pace schemes. I really like of a newer car. I really liked Chase Briscoe's NutriChomp's Xfinity Series car, and that's actually what I run for my paint scheme. In iRacing and NR, when we're doing Xfinity stuff. But getting ready to go back green flag racing. So enough about my thoughts and opinions. Let's get back to some racing. Maverick's going to roll off P1. P2 is going to be Keith McLean. In third is going to be Herman Reese. Fourth, Josh Boyer. And fifth, Steve Grant. Sixth, it's going to be the 19 of Rod Weston. Seventh, DeCenza. Eighth, Donahue. Ninth, it looks like the 51 of Nebelsack. And then 10th, it's going to be Rich Knappich in that Harley-Davidson number 6. So, boys, we're getting ready to go back green flag race, and all the crew chiefs, all the guys in the chat saying, hey, take it easy, take it easy. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Pace car makes its way down pit road. We're ready to get rocking and rolling. Keith McLean all over the back bumper of Maverick there for a second. Flagman has it in hand. Green flag, and we're back racing, and a lot of wheel spin out of the 28. That was a lot of wheel, and he's on the apron now. You can't do that. You can't have these mistakes compound. Looks like he's got it gathered up. Herman actually probably backed off a little bit, it looks like. But Maverick out front here in the 23. Ooh, we got a little loose through the center. That's going to allow McLean to look to the inside, down the back straightaway, going down into turn 3. Keith McLean, he's going to send it down into the corner, make the pass, and take the lead. Move that 28 Grey Ghost on the point. That was a really good move. Again, you're going to have to take advantage of the mistakes. It's kind of a single groove track around the bottom here. This is the original in-game Dover. You just see it right there, the whole field all around the bottom. Josh Boyer looking to the inside of Herman Reese. Steve Grant also going to take advantage. Looks like a freight train here on the bottom. Choo-choo. Rod Weston now to the inside of Herman Reese there for the 5th position. Weston still trying to push it. He kind of is up the track a little bit. That might be advantageous for Herman on the outside. He's going to hold off the 19, so he stops the bleeding, but he lost 2 positions there. Going to have to try to look to make them back up. Maverick starting to close the gap. Look further back. Kind of have a gaggle of cars here. The 54 of Mangion, 22 of San Diego, and the 06 MT Johnson. Johnson up the track. He's going to let these 2 guys go by. Going back up through the field again. Here's Bugate in the 9. It's the Mopar 9. I misspoke earlier on the broadcast. Donahue on the outside right now of Knappich and Stekenis. Stekenis also going to make the pass going down into turn 3, so move Donahue back a couple positions here. Back to the lead, though. These top 3 starting to close in on each other. But right now, it's Keith McLean out front by about 2 car lengths. Boyer now looking to the inside of Maverick for second. He had the nose down there for a second. Thought wiser of it. This 23 of Maverick kind of sends the car in a little bit deeper, so Boyer's going to have to try to regroup here. To see Steve Grant in this 11 car is kind of led this second pack, but they're starting to lose ground to our top three here. Is Boyer now to the inside of Maverick. Maverick just lets him go, though. Maverick now looks back to the inside, doesn't have the momentum, kind of dropped off, and actually we're under yellow. For the second time tonight. It's like Ricky Bumbleow involved in this one. Let's get you a replay. Oh, and again, it looks like a case of the single car spin. Here you see him going down into turn 3. It's going to be the same thing we saw earlier with Rubino. There goes Bumbleow. Moran with some contact in the wall. But again, doesn't look like too much damage to this 85 machine. Should be able to keep it going. So here we'll get from this camera view, we'll be able to see all the guys coming to pit road. Looks like Weston decides to stay out. I wonder if he's going to probably try to lead a lap here, get some bonus points. But everyone else coming down pit road, take advantage, get some new tires. Bino holding up the field. There goes Steve Rubino and MT Johnson. Keller also deciding to stay out, so might be a strategy move to try to lead some laps. Here's everyone coming down pit road here. Oh, McLean pits way to the right of his box. That makes it hard for Maverick to get into his. And Herman Reese kind of parked short in his box, trying to make sure he can get around that 28. Josh Boyer going to have a tough time trying to get out of his box. There you see it. Does a good job, though, but he's going to lose a position, I think, to Maverick in that 23 off pit road. But Keith McLean's going to maintain his lead of the guys that came down. We'll have to see what those 4 drivers that stayed out decided to do here. You see everyone else coming off pit road. A little bit of trouble towards the back. Looks like it's Bumbleow. There's the pace car. There's Weston's. Led that last lap, so he's going to come down pit road here. Steve Rubino also deciding to come down pit road here. MT Johnson, Keller. So that's going to give Keith McLean back the lead. Oh, actually, Rubino decides to stay out. What a sneaky guy. Fake pitting. Under this early caution, again, want to direct you to our video description. If you haven't already, make sure you hit like on this video. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed to JTN, the JoeTowNetwork. Also, go ahead and head on over to our Facebook page. Give us a like over there if you haven't already. Make sure, too, if you feel so inclined to do, it is the season of giving after all. Share the video. Share our Facebook post. We'd appreciate that so much. You can also check out our Twitter page. Give us a follow over there. Fake Racers Podcast, episode 11 came out today. Davey Hazard and I talked about the Toyota Racing Development System, its current state. We also talked about Davey's exploits in the United States Online Racing League from North Wilkesboro last week. You can check out that link in the description below to the playlist where you can catch up on the Fake Racers Podcast. You can also check out, if you go to our Facebook, you can find out how to connect with the Fake Racers Podcast on Spotify now. And again, that's a great way to, again, help support JTN, is making sure you're liking all the videos, subscribing. Does a lot for us here on the old YouTube. Resetting you like this. Steve Rubino out front. Second, it's going to be Keith McLean. Third, it's going to be Josh Boyer. Maverick in fourth. You see Steve Grant back there in fifth. Sixth, it's going to be Herman Reese. Seventh, it looks like the 9 of Jeff Fugate. Ninth, Mark DeSenza. Nope, eighth, Mark DeSenza. Ninth, that Pittsburgh Paints machine. of Roger Nebelsack. And in 10th, it's going to be Rich Napick. There you see Jeff Stikenis, Bino there in the 44, Mangian, San Diego, Dupuis. This is Martell in this blank 93. Simpson there in the 25, Weston, who decided to late pit Keller, Donahue, Moran, and Ryan Johnson. There's MT Johnson. And here into the restart zone, green flag, we're back racing from Dover. Steve Rubino taking the opportunity to grab some track position, grab some TV time for that 21 Pennzoil machine. Does a good job on this restart, though. Has about a 3-car length lead. Josh Boyer back there, looking to the inside of McLean for second. He got that 28 up the track, and he makes the pass here. A move Josh Boyer in the 41 Ford up into that second position. Really sent it down into that corner. Had to take a weird line. Maverick now trying to look for third. He didn't have enough momentum there coming off a 2 to make it work down the back straightaway, so Keith McLean going to hold on to that position for now. Further back, it looks like Steve Grant looking to the inside of Maverick here for 4th. Keep an eye on that battle for the lead there as Grant makes that pass. We're going to look here. Here's Josh Boyer now down the front straightaway looking to the inside of Rubino in the 21. You know, oh, he's really driving that car. It looks super duper loose there going on entry. 41 of Boyer hits the apron a little bit. Rubino holds him off for now. This might allow Keith McLean, the 28, to catch up to the back bumper of that 41, try to make another pass to the inside. Maybe repay a little bit of the favor from Josh Boyer. As Boyer now looking to the inside of Rubino again going down into turn 1. Rubino gives him a little bit more room. Boyer slides up the track a little more, and he's going to make that pass. Keith McLean also going to go by on the inside, so move those two up a position each. Move the 21 of Rubino back 2 positions. Steve Grant in the 11 having a fantastic night here this evening. He's going to look to the inside of Rubino, make the pass there to move the 11-team Speedland.com machine up into 3rd. Maverick now looking to do the same. Right now, this 21 of Rubino falling back. It's obvious. It's those old tires, folks. There's a lot of tire wear here at Dover, and that is not agreeing with this 21 car right now. It is of note, though, he was able to hold off these guys for a couple of laps. Herman Reese now looking to his inside here. So move that 73 by. Fugate also looking to the inside. Nebelsack farther back to the inside of DeSenza. Back to the lead just to get a quick look because there's so much racing action. I don't want to miss any of it. Rubino, big cut back to the inside to try to block off the momentum of the 51 and Nebelsack. Napick making a pass on DeSenza now and trying to take Stikenis through with him. So Stikenis also going to go by. Here comes Nebelsack. It looks like he's got a fender to the inside of Rubino. This 21 car again continuing to slip because of the old tires. So Nebelsack gets by. Napick gets by. Rubino in the wall a little bit. He does a good job of holding it up there. Now Bino's gonna go by there in the 44. Wave a hand out the window and say toodaloo. Mangian also looking to the inside as we go back towards the front. We got a battle for the lead now. Keith McLean to the inside of Josh Boyer. Boyer way up the track. Got a little scared of how close that 28 was going into the corner. Move Keith McLean back to the point. So Keith McLean back out in front of this race. Josh Boyer in 2nd. Steve Grant 3rd. Maverick in 4th. And Herman Reese rounding out your top 5. I think what we can pencil in, folks, now is that this 41 machine is really good on a short run. Josh Boyer looks like he's got a really good car if we get about 10 laps at the end of this thing. Don't know what's going to happen with Keith McLean there in the 28 because he's got a real... It looks like that thing's set up for the long haul here, so we'll see what happens. But these two starting to pull away a little bit here. More so that 28, Steve Grant in third, trying to hunt them back down. A better view of the whole field, but really back to single file racing here around Dover. Farther back, Moran making his way around Weston. Here's San Diego to the inside of Rubino. Again, this 21 car, he's slipping fast, folks. Those old tires just... And hey, it was worth a play to see how it worked, and it did work, right? If we would have got a quick caution, would have been perfect for the 21 team, the whole Pennzoil 21 team and Steve Rubino, but getting this longer run here, that's not gonna play into his hands. Mangian making his way past Bino, Dan Rubino there in the 44. They'll move to 54. Aquafina car up a spot on the tower. We kind of got this gaggle here. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Maybe just seventh. Just a little gaggle of cars here. They're kind of just all in line. Seems like they're all pretty even right now at the moment. Nebelsek really closing in on the back bumper Fugate there in the 9. Gotta be careful now. And disturb the air off that back bumper and cause that front car. And actually, it looks like Keith McLean lost the lead to Josh Boyer while I was oohing and eyeing at the cars running single file. See if we can't get you that pass real quick. This was all the way back on lap 34, so ooh, I missed it by a mile, but there you see Boyer got a really good run, managed to hold that 28 up high, and just made the pass. That's the way to do it here tonight, folks. And as I say that, McLean was again passing Boyer here. So here's the replay of that. Oh boy. So McLean down to the inside again. You just hold that other guy up the track a little bit. McLean gonna go back by for the lead. So back to live action. McLean there. And this kind of allowed Grant to maybe pull a little bit up on these two leaders, but I don't know, nothing of note for the time being. They're coming up on lap traffic, that being the 93 of Martel. Martel stays out of the way there. Got a little loosey-goosey off the corner. See if he gives Boyer the same room. He does, so stays way up the track. That's good lapped car etiquette, folks. Look at these guys just hugging this inside, hugging the apron. And you have to be so precise with that, right? And there's some different versions of Dover where you can kind of hook. There'd be like a white line there and you can kind of hook it. And it would help the car turn, especially as the tires wear out and the thing starts to get a little bit tighter on you. But here, oh boy, I don't know if with these cars and the way that spoiler is on the back, I don't know if I'd want to test it too much unless the car was really, really bad. But these guys, again, can make adjustments throughout the race. It is open setup. So, should be a-okay. for the time being. Looks like Keith McLean's starting to stabilize his lead. Let's just go up through the field, back to the front. There's Dupuis, but making a Dupuis. I get it wrong. His 24 DuPont machine makes a pass on to Senza there in the 33 Skull Bandit. Senza back all over the back bumper. And really, it's this gaggle of cars. Steve Grant trying to distance himself a little bit from them. Couple tenths up over Maverick there in the 23. This 23 car is kind of... it had speed at the start of this race. Don't know what happened. This track, though, obviously so hard to pass. I wonder if it's just it's a matter of just watching, you know, waiting for that opportune moment to go and try to make a pass. Roger Neville second, the 51. But Keith McLean, he's just starting to stretch his lead. This guy in this 28 car, man, first time I ever raced against him. Oh boy, howdy, he schooled us on tires. Definitely knows how to drive the car very well and keep the tires under it. So, not surprised to see him really fast here at Dover again. And to see him fast at one of these high banked, you know, smaller tracks. Here's the onboard with the 28. Now, this is going to do a really good job of showing you what I'm talking about with how close he's getting to this apron. You see where it's darker all the way at the bottom, and then you got the rubbered in groove. Of course, he doesn't do it when I start. Here it is. He gets really close there, about 2/3 of the way through the corner, and that really helps the car with the drive off. Keeps it loose enough to where he can get back on the gas. You hear him off it now. And he's back on it now. There he goes. So here's a lap, just engine audio. I made a little mess up there. That's what you don't want to do. So we'll get off this camera, but you saw it through here once again through turns 1 and 2. He gets really close to this line, and it helps that car turn. You can kind of see it with the way the camera is. Those beautiful drone cam shots that we have. High tech here. But he's still out front. He's going to be closing in on Ryan Johnson here in the 78. And Steve Rubino, so a tough break, not getting a caution when he needs it for that 21 car. They're starting to fall back into the clutches of our leader. And here's the gap back to Boyer. So a pretty healthy lead right now for Keith McLean in the 28 Grey Ghost machine. Keep the camera stationary this next time by, and you'll see what I mean about how big this lead is. There's McLean. There's Boyer. And then here's, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Maverick falling back with Napick. Here's the guys right outside the top 10. We got a lot of field spread right now. It looks like Steve Rubino has decided to come to pit road. Moran making a pass the inside of Mangian. Allow Weston to also do the same. Clears him there. Good on you, mate. See, so pit stops beginning to happen. It's beginning to look a lot like pit stops. Here. These guys, they're going to be outside their window to make it to the end of the race, so they'll need one more stop hitting right here. So that will be something to watch. We'll also kind of watch how those new tires on the 21, how much faster he is than these leaders on the older tires. I mean, you saw the difference when they were the other way around, so we'll see what it looks like this time. But Keith McLean continuing to extend his leads, putting guys a lap down. That's always a good thing to do. There's second place Josh Boyer. He's trying to work through the lap track. Martell needs to get out of his way. There he goes. Caught him at a bad time. Then here's the gaggle. Herman Reese finally getting around Steve Grant there for third, so move that 73 up to the third position. Bugate there in the 9 makes his way up to fourth. Nebelsack there in fifth, and Stekenis in sixth. And Steve Grant falling all the way back to seventh, getting freight trained. That is a more common occurrence on the older tires. It's harder to stick on that outside once it kind of lost the freshness of those tires. It looks like a lot of guys now also coming to pit road. You saw Dupuis, you saw Bumbalo both coming to pit road there. Oh, Roger and Nebelsack in the wall. Don't do that, buddy. You might make a little contact with the right rear of the 9. But it's still Keith McLean out front. We'll keep watching him because we are assuming he will be coming to pit road here in a couple laps. Crew up on the wall, ready to go. And he's going to want to stretch this run, folks, as far as he can to try to see if, maybe make that last pit stop shorter. I mean, Dover is it's the slowest pit road. I believe it's 40 miles per hour, so that is really tough because you're losing a lot of time when you're down on pit road. Coupled with the fact that the track's only a mile. It is the Monster Mile, after all. So you put those things together, and again, we're going to see what the fresh tires look like. We know this 21 car has some speed in it. He's trying to get a lap back here. He's really quick through the center. Actually going to have to really try to navigate around this 28 of McLean. McLean moves over to the left for him, so that's going to allow Rubino to go by, get a lap back. Good heads-up driving there by the 28 of McLean. Bino now coming down pit road. He also, another thing, real quick, little driving tip. If you're going to lose a lap, come to pit road. If you're in that window where you can come to pit road and you're about to lose a lap, just come to pit road. Don't stay out there any longer because you're just going to keep losing time. At least when you come down pit road and get new tires, you can start gaining some of that time back. Like Keith McLean going to be coming down pit road here. He's blowing it up. Off pit road entry here at Dover. He's going to do a good job. Gets it down pit road speed, and that's going to allow Josh Boyer to retake the lead here in the 41 car. We expect this 41 to be coming down pit road in a lap or so as well. Boyer does. He doesn't want to stay out too many laps more than McLean because that's going to allow that 28 to take more of an advantage on those fresher tires. He does want to keep putting time down, so we'll see how this cycles through. Like Herbert Reese also still on the speedway. Like Boyer's coming down pit road here. Ryan Johnson also, oh, get it load up, buddy. It's going to allow Herman Reese to take the lead, and he's got Mopar Machine teammates behind him. And Fugate and Stekenis. There's your top three still on the speedway. And put this 81 car lap down. Down by him nice and easy. Like, Stacketis has decided to pit, so that leaves this 73 and 9 as the guys, their leaders that are still out on track. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that might be... Oh, what a save by Weston, but that's going to slow these guys down so much here. Oh! Oh, no. Keep it straight. Oh, my God. What is... Ah! There's a lot going on right now, folks. Holy... How did they manage not to wreck each other? Bugate now coming down pit road. Herman Reese comes down pit road. So we'll go back to Keith McLean because he should retake the lead here. Everyone, Josh Boyer lost a lot of time. Looks like Roger Nebelsack has made his way around that 41 machine with the short pit. Still got this gaggle of cars here. Ooh, Martel on the bottom. And we'll see how everything shakes out here in a couple seconds. But it should be this 28 machine retaking the lead. Oh, and we got a wreck up in front of him, and McLean's around. That's gonna bring out a yellow. Still looping it. Have to navigate these stopped cars. Everyone gets away. We'll get your replay. That wreck came out of nowhere. I was just looking over at chat, making sure everyone was behaving themselves. Then we get a big old wreck. What are we doing? Let's see. Oh no. This is all going to start with Jason San Diego here in the 22. And it's going to be another case of a guy getting loose in turn 1. Overcorrects it, back to the right. Can't fault him for that. He's going to get hit by the 54 Mangion. Ugh. Watch this here for the 54. On the visor cam. That'll make you dizzy. I think he's A-okay though. These cars, some of the safest cars in the world. That's gonna end the day for the 54 of Andre Mangion. A lot of guys coming down pit road. Keith McLean comes down pit road. Maverick, Rod Weston, Nebelsack, Ron Simpson. All coming down pit road here. That's going to give the lead back to Josh Boyer in the number 41 machine. So while we have a second, let's get you a word from the JTN merch store and Davey Hazard. Hey guys, you've heard about him a lot on these broadcasts, and now you get to see from JoeTow Designs for some great racing related and really some awesome designs. Head over to JoeTow Designs, linked in the description below. We're going to go through a few of my favorites here in just a second. You got the Bad Year 2020 tees. It says $19.99 on your screen. They're now $18, so go check them out. Just a great gift idea to kind of wrap up this year that has been 2020. You know, racing related. So, cool logos there. You got hoodies, tees, long sleeves, because again, it's getting a little chilly outside. Now you got the Hammer Down Quarter Sprint tee with some JoeTow Designs markings on it. It comes in a couple different colors for you as well. They're just a t-shirt. They're $18. Again, great quality designs on quality products. You got the Push the Cushion Sprint Car shirt. This one comes on a tee and a hoodie. Again, a couple different color options for you. So that takes care of our dirt racing fans. Don't worry, IndyCar fans. I didn't forget about you. You can check out the Belle Isle Grand Prix poster here. It's a great little poster. It's retweeted by the Belle Isle Grand Prix on Twitter. So just saying, it's pretty cool. It's got some clout. But my personal favorite, it's the Puppy Nap Time tees. They come in some really cool colors here. This light pink is actually one of my favorites. It's a nice, cool color. Nice, relaxing color for when you want to take a nap with your pup. You also got hoodies, because again, it's getting cold outside, and ooh, who doesn't love to sleep in a hoodie on a nice, cool day? But again, use code JTN2 at checkout for 10% off. JoeTow Designs, linked below. You've heard about them. Go check them out. Give them a try. Some great designs there, JoeTow Designs. And remember, folks, you can check out JoeTow Designs, linked in the description below. Use code JTN2 at checkout for 10%. I did say Davey Hazard in the JTN merch store, though, in case you put those numbers together and they weren't adding up. Hit the wrong button, my bad. But a guy who's doing great, Josh Boyer, he's going to be leading us back to the green this time by Stakenis in second, third Herman Reese, fourth Steve Grant, Gary Moran there in the number 40 car in fifth. Round out your top five as we get ready to go back green flag racing here at Dover. Had a really good long run there. There's going to be guys, they're going to be really close on fuel. They should be able to make it to the end. We'll see if they can navigate the traffic. It's hard to do at Dover. Pace car makes its way down pit road. Josh Boyer has control. He'll see the green flag, and we'll go back racing from Dover. We got a big wreck towards the back, and it's Keith McLean involved. Bino around on the bottom. Rod Weston involved, and that's going to bring out a yellow. Pace car making its way out. And what a heartbreaker for Keith McLean. Let's see if we can't get you a replay. We can. Oh, brother. Here it is, the 28. He's just going to get loose going into the corner. Loops it around. Maverick loops it around, too. They actually split him. I don't know if McLean has too much damage until this. And even then, doesn't look too bad there. Just guys making a little bit of, playing some bumper cars. It happens with Maverick. I think he's just going to get the loosey-gooseys, too, or he's going to be trying, well, our John Deere roof cam on board. So this, if you're Josh Boyer, this is something you wanted to see. You wanted a quick caution because now it's going to allow you to save that little bit of that oh-so-precious Sunoco racing fuel. You only got like 10 or so, 15 laps on the tires, which we saw was a big difference. But you also have a decent buffer back to the guys that just pit under that last caution flag period. So, got a little buffer. The 41's is one of the fastest cars. The fastest car, I think, Keith McLean. It looks like he's going to be mired back in traffic. We'll have to watch to see what happens, but oh boy, we're going to have a great finish to this one. Make sure if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe to us here at JTN. We appreciate it so much on the road to 400 subscribers. I don't think I've said that in a couple weeks, so I just wanted to make sure It's a great day to be alive here and working for you at JTN. Make sure also, I mentioned it earlier, Fake Racers Podcast, episode 11 came out. It's live here on YouTube as well as Spotify and some different podcasting platforms. Great way. Davey Hazard and I, we talk about all things racing related, including his own exploits in the United States Online Racing League on Saturday nights in their Red Bull Cup series. So that's a lot of fun to do with Davey. Fake Racers thing kind of implies we have to at least talk about sim racing a little bit, especially with JTN's involvement with all these great racing leagues. HOBO Racing, the home of the mods, does a great job every time we're out, and these guys are just such a great group of guys to talk to and race with. So you can go to hoboracing.com to find out more, linked in the description as well. We also, have the guys with TMP and ASRA. You can find out more. It's linked in their video descriptions. We had a race, a couple weeks ago now from Nashville with those guys. It was a really fun race to call. It was me up here in the booth again, so if you really like hearing just my voice, that'd be one for you to check out. Pace car lights are turning off. Donahue going to get a lap back here. That's a great one to listen to if you like hearing my voice. Just be nice and soothing to get you to bed at night. But and also, again, the USRL guys, Saturday nights, late for you night owls out there. It's always a fun time with those guys. They go to a variety of different tracks and put on a lot of great shows there, including some overtime rules, which is a nice little way to spice things up a bit. Reset you like this. Boyer out front. Second, it's going to be Stekenis. Herman Reese there in third. Fourth, Steve Grant. And fifth, Gary Moran. So that's going to be your top five. Sixth, it was Fugate. Seventh, Rich Knappick. Eighth, Ron Simpson. Ninth, Roger Nebelsack. And 10th, Daniel Dupuis. Rod Keller there in 11th. And Ryan Johnson in 12th. 13th. It's going to be Keith McLean. So that's the guy I'm going to be watching to see if he can make it back to the front. Dan Rubino there in the 44 car, mired back in 14th. Maverick back in 15th after being involved in that last spin as well, so we'll see what happens. Let's try this restart again, boys. Down into the restart zone. Flag in hand, it's back out. Green flag at Dover. Just see these guys wheeling the cars off these corners, but Josh Boyer maintains his lead by a couple car lengths over Jeff Stekenis in that 31. See the field coming off the corner. A little cleaner this time. Single file. Off turn 4 down the back straight, or off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Empty Johnson slow on the apron, trying to get back to pit road. Looks like Fugate there in the 9 making a pass on Moran. Knappick also going to try to follow through. It doesn't look like he's going to get there this time, but now that 40 car of Moran sliding up through the center, that's going to allow the 6 and Knappick to get to the nose to the inside here. Doesn't get it to work there, though. Knappick hit the apron a little bit. He's going to have to defend down the back straightaway. Simpson getting a big push from Nebelsack in that 51. This 51 and Nebelsack's been all over the back bumper guys in front of him throughout the night. Surprised he hasn't spun one yet, to be honest, because he just sends it down through the center of the corner. Knappick now to the inside of Moran here. See if he can get it done. This for 6th position. Knappick's going to get a little bit of a a little bit of draft help, however it may help there. Simpson also going to get by Moran, as well as Nebelsek now to the inside of that 40 car. A little squirrely off the corner, but Nebelsek in the Pittsburgh Paints machine moves by Moran, so Moran loses 3 spots there, and that's going to be tough. Nebelsek, aggressive move. Simpson got a little loose through the center of the corner. It's going to allow the 51 to make his way to the inside, so move that 51 car up another position. Back to the front, Jeff Stekenis trying to run down this 41 of Josh Boyer. Again, these guys might have to save a little fuel here, so we'll see how that works out. Fugate making his way to the inside of Grant. Grant just lets him by. This 9 car is coming in a hurry right now. And I know Mopar or no car. That's what I like to say. Boyer, though, has not been able to pull away from this 31 of Stekenis. He's really tight off that corner, too. You saw how he kind of was in that higher line off exit. 30 laps to go now. Top 2 kind of broken away. Herman Reese there, though, sitting, just kind of waiting. Jeff Fugate behind him, doing the same. Kennis, though, still trying to make his way around. He's actually slow here through the corner, it looks like. We're under caution, actually. Big sad. Oh, Donahue around. Oh, Simpson! Big damage to the rear end of that machine. Let's see what happens. Ron Simpson having a great night, great showing tonight, and it looks like this is what's going to end the chances at a really good run. 50 Cent of Keller just up the track a little bit. Minor contact. That sends that 25 around. Makes contact with the wall. And then, oh, second wreck behind him. We'll get you a look at that. Happens there. Like, oh, Bino looks like he slows down a lot in front. That Maverick might have made contact with him. But, yeah, Donahue slows down a lot. Ryan Johnson doesn't do the same, runs into the back of him, and that's just going to send that 81 car around. I think you got to come get tires if you're these leaders. We'll see when we go back to the live shot. And yes, everyone coming down pit road right now. There's Simpson. He's coming off pit road. He came down that first time by to repair some of that damage, but everybody coming down pit road, so that this will get everyone to the end of this race. Don't have to worry about fuel. Have to worry about those tires. What they're going to do with how you're going to get them to work here. This 28's going to have a hard time getting out of pit road. And actually, the 31 and 9 looks like a 2-tire call. It's going to get them the lead. Rich Napick doing the same. So Josh Boyer going to lose a couple spots here on pit road, but he's going to be the first guy on 4, so we'll see how that works. McLean getting boxed in by Maverick there. Just a tough couple breaks here on the last couple, 20 or so laps for Keith McLean. And actually, Jeff Fugate speeding on pit road. What a heartbreak. Got all that track position, was finally getting up towards the front, took 2 tires. Looks like speeding on pit road's going to derail his night. Everyone else coming down pit road now, so it's going to be Napick and Stekenis out front. When we go back, green flag racing. Here from our JTN merch store. If I get the right button this time.
Thank you, Joe. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the life of a USORL Red Bull Cup Series driver is hard. So when I want to wear something comfortable, stylish, and shows my love for JTN, I usually head on over to the JTN merch store. Whether it be for some clean fits, the classic JTN logo tees, some great car designs, or even our new Fake Racers podcast merch, that's me! I know the JTN merch store has me covered, literally. Also, Starting tonight, we're introducing the Season 7 USRL on JTN Schedule t-shirt, highlighting the entire schedule and the races that will be broadcast live on JTN. Alright, so now I have to go back to doing the straights and the lefts and going the fast and stuff. But make sure you check out the JTN merch store and buy some of that sweet, sweet JTN merch. Thank you.
Thank you, Davey. Bringing you back here, so it's going to be Kenneth Napick, your top two. Josh Boyer there in third, first guy on 4 tires. Herman Reese, always the closer in these races, there in fourth. Fifth is going to be Steve Grant. Weston there in the 19, starting to climb his way back up towards the front. There's Roger Nebel second, the 51 machine. Gary Moran in the 40. Keith McLean, he's going to have to make quick work of some of these guys. He's got the car to do it. Just don't know if he's going to be able to. There's Keller, Lee, Maverick. Bino there in the 44. Quiet night for Bino, and that's probably not a bad thing, because usually if we're talking about him, it seems like we're talking about him having a lot of bad luck. So at least keeping all the fenders on it so far tonight. There you see the rest of the field. Tough break for Jeff Fugate, though, here in the 9. Just speeding on pit road after you make a strategy call. I have to think he came back down pit road, got 4 tires. Steve Rubino catching up to the field there. So it's going to be Jeff Stakanis leading us back to green. He's got 2 fresh right side tires. He's got enough fuel to make it to the end of this race. He's going to have to hold off 4 tires with the 41 and 73. We'll see if Rich Napick, though, can make his way around the 31. Maybe that 6 car works a little better on those 2 tires. We'll just have to wait and see. Coming down to 20 laps to go here in 3 or 4. Or so laps, getting ready to go into the restart zone. Green flag, and we're back racing from Dover. And our top 2 get a really good restart. Can't say the same for the rest of the field, already looking like they're getting splintered. This will be the telling shot of that. Napick to the inside, down the back straightaway. Doesn't look like he's there just yet. Just showing that nose, saying, hey, Mr. Stakanis, I might have a pass or 2, might have a move or 2 up my sleeve. Josh Boyer, though, starting to hunt down this back bumper of the 6 and Napick. Go back to that battle. This 41's got, again, has the fresh tires. He's going to have a lot of speed in that Dad's root beer machine. Boyer down to the inside for second position. He thinks better of it. Gets back in line behind the 6 and Napick. Our top 3 really, really close. Boyer trying to find a way around this 6 car because, again, he's got Herman Reese behind him. Gonna want to get moving here. Don't look now. Keith McLean starting to make his way up through the field. Josh Boyer now looking for second. He's got that inside. Oh, he hits the apron a little bit. You don't want to do that. Napick now up the track. It's going to allow Herman Reese to get to his inside as well. We might be looking at one of those freight train scenarios, folks. We'll stay with this for now. Herman Reese trying to make his way around Rich Napick there in the 6th. Looks like he's going to do it. Steve Grant now also looking to do the same thing. Again, these guys all have 4 tires. This 6 car on 2 tires, and I think this is why the strategy will fail. One guy gets under you, they're all going to get under you. You see it. Now, Keith McLean actually might get 2 guys here down the front straightaway. This 28 car is moving, trying to get back to the lead. Back towards the front. Oh, McLean around! And that's going to bring out a caution. Oh, and he's still getting hit. We're still wrecking. Oh, he's hit again. Martel making his way through there. Oh, my goodness. And McLean's going to park it. What a tough break there for Keith McLean. Let's get you a replay. I have a feeling I know how this happens, though. There you see Weston might coming, but McLean just gets loose on exit. Car goes around. Nebelsack looks like he's got some damage there. Oh, that's the hit that sucks. Donahue just gets into him there. Nothing anybody could do. And that's going to end Keith McLean's night. What a tough break. Of course you know the car's loose, right? Of course you know there's going to be spots, but sometimes you're just pushing and you're trying to get as much as you can. He knew he had to get going. Wowza. Wowza, what a shocking development in the late stages of this one, folks. If I could bring back one manufacturer, it'd be Dodge. I think that's the easy answer. That's probably the lame answer, but I'm a Mopar guy, so it'd be Dodge. Because what? You can't bring back Pontiac, right? Can't bring back Oldsmobile. I mean, you could, but you'd have to resurrect them completely. Dodge is still out there. You can bring Chrysler, but couldn't bring back Plymouth. I mean, that's the same scenario, but Dodge. It'd have to be Dodge. If you want a new manufacturer, you're probably looking at like a Honda, a Kia, one of those, but Dodge would definitely be. I want those American-based manufacturers, even though there's a lot, you know, Fiat, Chrysler, but, you know. Plus, we got a Dodge out front. It's Jeff Sekenis here, the 31. Mopar branded machine. Got the track position to get the leads. Got 2 tires compared to everyone else behind him. All these cats got 4. I think having the caution laps might help them. As we've seen, the older tires are a little bit better on the restarts. Don't know why that is. Couldn't tell you why. I just, you know, even that last restart, it looked like the guys on the newer tires, maybe just the heat. But even then, those left sides that, you know, those right sides on these guys with 2 were brand new and they didn't have a lot of heat in them. So I don't know. It's the Kennis, though, in this 31. He's going to have to hold these guys off. He's going to have to try as long as he can because the moment one of them gets around him, the rest probably will do the same and he'll get freight trained and then you're just losing all the track position you fought so hard for. Yes, rest in peace, Pontiac. At the California Pop. I'd like to, real quick, thank everyone for tuning in tonight. It was kind of late notice broadcast. I know on Sunday night we said that Sunday nights would be the last for us. Just like to thank Steve Rubino at Hobo for asking us to come out again. I really appreciate you, Steve, and I hope you're watching the replay. And just appreciate you, everyone that comes out, supports you. They're all, I know everyone's always in the chat. We really appreciate you guys coming out and asking us to come broadcast for you, and just can't wait to continue to do it on into 2021, and can't wait to see what's next for us here at JTN. There's Steve Rubino actually getting his lap back. Speak of the devil. Reset you like this. Jeff Sekenis, he's going to be out front here for the lead. Josh Boyer there in second. Herman Reese lining up third. Fourth is going to be Steve Grant. Fifth, Rod West. And sixth, Gary Moran in the number 40. Seventh, Rod Keller. Nope, Rob Keller. My apologies, Rob. Rob Keller in the 57. Behind him, it's going to be Rich Napick in the 6. There's Dan Rubino. MT Johnson, Jeff Fugate again trying to rebound from that speeding penalty and try to get back into the top 10. Dupuis, Maverick, who has a strong car. Roger Nevilsek back here. Looks like he had to come down pit road to get some damage repaired, but again, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. 15 laps left in this one, folks. It's going to be exciting. If your friends aren't already tuned in, you better tell them to tune in, because I have no idea what's going to happen here, because this 31 car's on 2 tires and the rest of them are on 4, and just who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Jeff Sekenis into the restart zone, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. He'll wait for the flag man to wave it. There it is. Green flag's back out at Dover. And does a good job of getting a couple car lengths lead. You want to do that here. Get as much ground on second as you can. That's the name of the game right now for this 31 machine. Kennis, he's doing a really good job right now of holding with these 2 tires, keeping these guys behind him. He's just got to drive it easy. This Josh Boyer is sending it through the corners right now. He knows he's got the fresh left side tires, and he's going to use them as much as he can. Boyer just trying to find a way, find the opportunity to get around this 31 car. Herman Reese lying in the weeds there in third, just waiting to see what happens. You got a caution. Well, here's to Kenneth. That might not be a bad thing. It looks like Dan Rubino involved in this one. That car is all compacted. See what happens. Oh boy. This is a long wreck, folks. You ready? Here we go. Coming off turn 2. Fugate makes contact with the right rear. Close racing. It just sends him going down the back straightaway. You know, ooh, Maverick had to be sweating bullets there for a second. Holy cannolis. That's gonna bring out another caution. It's gonna set us up for probably what will be a 6-lap shootout at the end of this thing. And with that all being said, it's time for our TWB 10 to go. For years, TWB has been providing consumers and businesses alike with products and services that gets stuff done. Head over to TommyBordeaux.com for more information about TWB's founder, Tommy Bordeaux. And for more information about TWB, let's do this together. Also, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com for some awesome, amazing, spectacular, fantastic garden lights. That's GardenLightsDirect.com. This was your TWB 10 to go. Thinking Jeff has a good shot to hold him off here because these tires, with all these different runs, they're going to start equalizing out, right? We're going to start seeing things get a little bit better here. It gives him a better chance because I think we were seeing Josh Boyer starting to reel him in a little bit, get closer and closer to that back bumper, maybe make this 31 stick kind of a little worried there. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Would like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate y'all taking some time out of your Tuesday evening to come spend it with us here at JTN. Hope everyone is having a great holiday. Hopefully, if you're in school, you're getting a good break right now. It's been a very stressful semester. I know I finally got grades back last night, and I was so relieved to get them. It's been a really tough semester for everybody, and we're just, again, getting through it is an accomplishment in and of itself. Hope if, you're getting some time off with your family, if you're working through all these times. I mean, it's crazy out there right now still, and things are getting better, though. Good things are on the horizon. Steve Martell going to get a lap back here. Stephane Martell going to get a lap back here. Apologies. There in the 93 on the inside. But again, hope you have a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful holiday, whatever you celebrate this time of year. Everyone celebrates New Year, so have a Happy New Year. At least I hope you celebrate a new year. Get a, celebrate that fresh start. But, yeah, it's going to be a wonderful end to this race here. Right now, our last broadcast. I said that on Sunday, right? I said it was our last broadcast for the year. Well, right now, this is the last broadcast for the year. So, again, appreciate y'all tuning in. We got Fake Racers podcast going up, went up today. So you can check that out after this or maybe tomorrow if you're missing us here at JTN a little bit on Wednesday. Or Thursday, or on Christmas Eve, or heck, check us out next week on the Fake Racers podcast. Should be a good episode then as well, as it always is. Just like Jeff Stakanis, he's feeling great right now. He's got the lead. He's going to have 6 laps left. 7 laps. 1, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So he's going to have 7 laps here. He's going to have to hold off this 41 of Josh Boyer. Herman Reese there in 3rd. Steve Grant 4th. Rod Weston in 5th. Pace car is going to look to make its last trip down pit lane, folks. We are set up for a good one here. It's going to be the battle of 2 versus 4. You love to see pitch strategy making its way into the end of one of these races. Down into the restart zone. Stakkenis with the point. Hits the gas. Get there fast. Green flag's back out. And Josh Boyer sticks right behind him as well as Herman Reese. And Herman actually looking to the outside of Boyer there for a second. Washes way up the track. He'll look to have some momentum down the back straightaway. Boyer, though, doesn't look like he's going to have enough to pass this 31 car this time. Boyer, though, he looks hungry in that 41. He's finished second so many times. Doesn't want to do it again here. 6 laps to go. Stakkenis just trying to hold him off here on the 2 tires. Boyer still looking to the inside. We saw a fantastic run from this 41 car Sunday night. I think it's shaping up to be another fantastic battle. 5 laps to go this time at the line. Boyer's right there. Herman Reese also there. Steve Grant trying to creep his way into the picture back there in 4th. Boyer looks to the inside down the back straightaway. He doesn't have the nose in there yet. Stakkenis shuts the door going down into turn 3. Allow Herman Reese to try to get something going on the outside. Doesn't look to do so. Looks like he'll be able to do so, rather. 4 laps to go. Boyer, though, big head of steam down into turn 1. He gets cut off again. Stakkenis doing a great job managing this 41 car behind him. You gotta think there's a lot of mirror driving going on right now, and that is not a bad thing. You want to hold on to this lead. Cuts his nose again through the center of the quarter. Coming to 3 to go. This 31 just really slowly plants it on the bottom off the corner. Boyer now looks to the inside again. It's going to allow Herman Reese to get to his outside. Boyer drifting up the track. Reese also having to do so to keep off that 41. 41 on the apron a little bit. It's going to be a battle for second down the back straightaway. Herman Reese trying to get it done really loose down into the corner. Had to get off that gas pedal for just a second. Boyer, though, trying to make it work. 2 laps remaining. Josh Boyer trying to close the gap on Jeff Stakkenis. Will those 2 tires on that 31 car be able to hold off the 4 of Boyer? Down into turns 3 and 4. Boyer knows this is going to be his last chance. He looks high. He's going to really try to get as much momentum. White flag, 1 final lap here at Dover. Boyer trying everything to make his way around the 31. Really letting the car go all the way out to the wall down the back straightaway. Stakkenis there. Looks like he's going to be able to hold him off. Boyer trying to close the gap. He's going to get to the bumper. Oh, just barely did not make it. And coming off of turn 4, Jeff Stakkenis is going to win it at Dover. What a finish. Wow. Everyone coming across the line. And Jeff Stakkenis manages to hold off a hard-charging Josh Boyer, who manages to hold off a hard-charging Herman Reese, coming down to the start-finish line. Burn it down, Mr. Stakkenis. Now move into our post-race coverage. We're going to interview our top 3 drivers. We're going to ask them about that crazy finish, so make sure you're sticking around here. Through the end of this one, that was a screeching sound of those tires, but like we're A-okay now. As they're getting all set up, getting ready to be interviewed for the end of this thing. Wow, what a fantastic finish to this one, folks. Holy crap. And you ask, again, these hobo races, they're always putting on a great show. They're always putting on a great finish for you, the fans at home. Driving the wheels off of these things, man. Holy. Results here up on your screen in just a second. Graphics trying to work that right now. And one final time, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate you. I know it was maybe a little shorter notice than normal, programming guide-wise. We appreciate you coming out, cheering on your favorite drivers here in the Hobo Racing League. I know that they appreciate you guys tuning in as well. Always make a great show for you, and it really helps you guys continue to support these guys. That you guys support them, all their racing efforts. They'll continue to put on some great shows here. Yeah. Results on your screen in just a second. Like they're fired up and ready to go, so we'll get ready to go. And we'll bring in first. Seems like we're always talking.
Yep, you get too close there.
Oh,
and
no.
I was trying to take advantage to get on the outside there.
Oh, no. I took him away from his conversation.
That's all right. That's all right. I talk to them cats anytime. How are you?
Well, I'm out of breath. I don't know about you, but that was a fantastic finish to the end of this thing.
Yeah, it was a great finish. It was a fun race. I thought Jeff made a mistake when he too tired, but it paid off for him, and congrats to him and Josh. It was a fun race.
It was a fun race. We saw all throughout the night, Herman. And I forgot to say, Herman Reese, driver the number 73. But you guys, if you've been watching these races, you know his voice by now because he's always up here. You were kind of in that, you're in that fifth position, fourth, in that little bubble all throughout the night. Got up to third, and it looked like, you even just said it. It looked like Jeff made a mistake taking those two tires. Especially once he lost that extra buffer car when his teammate Jeff Fugate sped off a pit road. Were you kind of looking at your chops there, knowing that you had a really good shot to win this thing? Because I know you were probably running fifth, but you probably had a little more speed in that car than you were letting on.
Oh, absolutely. I played a little strategy there. Josh got under me early, and the normally Dover, you just let them go, burn their stuff up, and it paid off. There was only about 3 or 4 of us that were going to be able to go on fuel and tires on that long green run. So that was the strategy. You got to give up a little bit to get it back at the end. And then at the end, absolutely super fast car, quick car, disappointed with a great third place finish. But, I was kind of, I thought for sure. And I congratulated Jeff when I got to the outside of Josh there. That broke Josh's momentum because he was probably going to get a good run to pass him there. And that could have possibly helped him win. But the two of them were going to get together, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to get by both of them. I know I knew what I had, and the competition has stepped up here. I got to say, in my 20 some odd years of sim racing, Keith McLean is by far the best person I've ever seen at Dover. And when he dropped out, you could have heard a lump in the field because everybody's like, yes, now we all got a shot to win this race.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking, or I was talking about a lot too, because that 28 car was really fast, but he had a great shot at the end of this thing, ended up with that third place finish. Nothing to, be disappointed about, obviously. I'm not saying that you are. But we know the 73 bunch, they like to win, and they win a lot. But letting someone else win tonight, Herman, anyone you want to shout out or thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to say Merry Christmas to Jeff. You're welcome. That's my gift to you. And it was a great race. Thanks for putting it on. And the Rubino brothers is glad to see them both at the finish. That's a new thing we're trying in this league now to see if we can get them both to the end. And I want to say happy holidays to you, and hopefully everybody has a good holiday. We'll see you next year. Yeah,
really excited to see you guys next year. Keep winning. Keep getting these good finishes, Herman. Have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And keep on keeping on.
Thanks, you too, bud.
Herman Reese, driving number 73 Cadillac, third place finish tonight. What a fantastic race. We're going to bring in now our second place finisher. I'm going to probably get him talking. I didn't get him talking this time. Josh Boyer, driving the number 41. I took Herman away from you guys while you're still discussing the end of that one, Josh. But 2 races in a row now where you've been right there. Take us through the emotions first.
Oh, well, I really thought I had him. I thought, he took 2 tires there, and we had 30 laps to go or whatever it was, and I thought, he's he got this in the can, at least getting by him, and who knows what Herman would have had for me. But those cautions really worked to 31's advantage tonight. But had a few chances, had a couple of good runs on them, but had to just lift coming off the corner and couldn't get up side beside him, and that cost us the race tonight. But good race overall between all of us. Really, I had a great battle earlier in the evening with Keith. Him and I traded for quite a while there, and so really good night for us. And I just can't really be much happier. I could have won, of course, but
Right.
I'll take second.
Hey, you never get too disappointed with the second place finish. Led the second most laps tonight too, so I mean that's 2 second place finishes, and they're good. They're good, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let me just remind you about some stuff. But we saw you do something similar. You were really good at the end of Sunday night's race. That was here on JTN. Completely different car, completely different track, but you're really good at pushing the pushing the car at the right moment. Do you think you did the same thing tonight, where you just, because it looked like it for us, but maybe from your driving perspective, was there any more you could have done, or was it just you pushed it to the absolute extreme like you did on Sunday night?
When we got to the end, it definitely was pushing to the extreme. Gave it as much as I could. When we had that next to last pit stop, I guess about 50 or 60 laps to go, I was taking a little easy there because we were right on the fuel limit there. So we kind of backed it off there for a few laps, and that helped to save the tires for later on. But then that last caution that we all pitted, that really kind of set us up for the 4-tire run to the end. And then I gave it all I could get. Now I'll say the first couple laps there, just kind of picking in my battles with the two guys that took 2 tires, took it a little easy there, just kind of waiting till they kind of had an opening, and then those last 2 cautions just really hurt us.
Yeah, do you think you would have maybe pushed the issue a little bit more if you would have known that there were a couple cautions coming like that?
A good chance, because it's tough to pass here, and it's the starts. You can't really do much on restarts, so you got to really take advantage of it when it comes. And whenever Jeff would make a mistake, there's a few times when he did drift up a little bit high. Had I maybe jumped on that a little more aggressively, might have been a different result. But I wasn't gonna race him dirty and wasn't gonna wreck him. So I was waiting until the opportunity presented itself, and it just really didn't materialize tonight.
Well, Josh, again, congratulations. Another second place finish, but again, they're nothing to be too disappointed. But I don't even think I have enough second place finishes that I could even get all the way onto the second hand counting. But congratulations on that second place finish. Sounds like the crew's ready to celebrate. Anyone you want to shout out or thank before we let you go?
Yeah, first, I guess my car chief here, Rod Weston, has been hooking me up with some setups here, and it's been really helping me. And so really props to him. That's his setup under the car tonight, and really got me into the position tonight. So thanks to Rod for sending me that setup, and thanks to Steve and Bino and the guys, and for a great year. We're about ready to take a little Christmas break here, and look forward to picking it up next year.
And thank you, Josh, for taking the time to talk with us after the race. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and rest up. Get ready to get some victories next year, because I have a feeling they're coming. They're coming.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, Joe. Have a good one.
That was Josh Boyer driving the number 41 machine. Second place finish tonight, but now we waited. We went third to first because that's what we do here at JTM. We're going to bring him in. Driver of the number 31 Mopar machine.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love that paint scheme, by the way. Jeff
Thank you.
Stekenis. I mean, what a finish. What a finish. Okay, so 2 tires. That was a bold call. You got 30 laps to go. 2 tires is a bold call. You had 2 other guys behind you that also did the same thing. So let's start there. What was that feeling when you saw 2 guys behind you until then we heard the 9 car? Because the 9 car also took 2, but then he ended up speeding on pit road, right?
Yeah. That was not in my plan. My plan was for him to be behind me, but didn't work out. 2 tires was a pretty bold move with 30 some to go.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really think it was a great idea. After Jeff sped on pit road, thought I should have took 4, but after those 2 other cautions, and I thought, no, I think I might have this. I just got to keep her to the bottom.
And was that just it? Just trying to, because I noticed too, and correct me of course if I'm wrong, but you did a really good job of kind of like planting the car on the bottom as once we got a couple laps into a run, because you were really good. I noticed that the guys on older tires were a little bit better out off the bat once we got back going green. But you did a really good job of planting the bottom. What was that was the strategy, right? Because it was just so hard to pass.
Yeah, I know Josh couldn't get a run, or he'd get a run in the middle of the corner, and then, if he gave too much, then he'd be taking me out at the coming out of the corner. So he didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, keeping it on the bottom, and because if I gave him an inch, he's going to take a mile, and I didn't want him to do that.
Hey, that's great. That's great racecraft. Not great racing, but racecraft.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like it's the step past racing, because that's just it's like you're playing chess and he's playing checkers almost. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
2 tires, crazy move.
Did it though? I mean,
it did.
I had Jeff in my ear saying, "You got this. You had 2 tires is gonna be fine." And I'm like, "Oh, this is a bad idea," but it worked. I mean, and I gotta hand it to these guys. They're good drivers behind you, and they're knowing that they don't want to take out the leader on the last lap.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Josh is pretty good at knowing where he's got to let off and be. He's good race car driver. I know Herman there with about 3 laps to go, when he made it too wide with those 2, he just whispered to me and said, "Oh, you're welcome, by the way." And absolutely.
Yeah, when you saw that behind you, was that like maybe, because obviously you don't oh, I won this race until you cross the start finish line. I mean, we all know that. We've all had those races where they just slip away from you at the last second. But when you saw that, did you feel like your chances got a lot better?
Yeah, big time, because I knew that I still had tires and I had a good car on long runs, but not as good as those 2 guys. So if those guys could fight it out, then I've got a chance. And that was good to see that on my part.
For sure. And Jeff, before we let you go, again, congratulations on this victory tonight. And that, again, beautiful race car. I love it. The number font, I love it. The paint scheme, those Mopar cars were always my favorite as a kid. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or thank after winning this race at Dover?
Thanks to these guys for all the great racing. Thanks to my family who watches, and everybody, Merry Christmas back with all these guys. It's just fun racing with these guys week after week after week. I have such a good time at it.
And we always have a fun time coming out and broadcasting. Again, congratulations on the win, Jeff.
Thank you.
Good luck into next year too. Keep rattling off those wins. You're another guy that's up here at the front, it seems like, every single week. So just keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
Jeff Stakanis, driver number 31 Mopar Machine. Folks, that was a fantastic way to finish one of these races. I can't tell you how I was on the edge of my seat. I think you guys at home hopefully were as well. With all that being said, that concludes our coverage here from Dover. It was a fantastic race again. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you doing so. If you haven't already, hit like on the video. That was, again, fantastic finish. I'm going to say it like 100 more times before we close out this video. But have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a wonderful new year. We're all going to hit the ground running come 2021, and it's going to be a great year for everybody after what this year has been. For all of us at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, I've been Joe Towanski. Spread peace, love, and happiness to all those that cross your path, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your year. And we'll see you guys next time right here on JTN on YouTube.